Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 9. So let's get into this Eddie and Wendy, Tyler Perry script that they gave us. I don't believe that Eddie is cheating on Wendy. It just was a ridiculous rumor. Nobody is buying it. However, them being so hurt that Giselle would mention it on camera, that Giselle would say anything about it, is equally as ridiculous. Giselle is there to get the mess going. Her and Ashley are a messy duo team. That's what they do. If you don't expect mess from Giselle, then I don't know what you're doing on the show. That is Giselle's purpose on the show, is to get the mess going. That's what she does. For you to think that, oh my God, I can't believe she would do that, I'm so hurt, it's like you sound crazy. You sound like you don't know what show you signed up for. Every franchise, there has been some frivolous rumor about a man cheating. It happened last season with Jackie in Jersey. And at least Giselle is saying, I don't believe it's true. Robin said, I don't believe it's true. No one believes it's true. Ashley, I don't remember what she said, but no one really believes it's true. Is Giselle wrong for bringing this to the forefront? Yes. But at the same time, she's saying it's not true. I just feel like Wendy is milking this situation. But I mean, girl, do you, girl, but ain't nobody feeling bad for you. The woman said she don't think it's true. You saying it's not true. Your man said it's not true. Like, what else is going on? Let's talk about something else, because we're bored. Now, I've really been trying to be Team Candiace and Team Wendy, but Wendy, girl, you lose me more and more every episode. You saying that the other women don't have relationships like yours, that is a fact. I can't disagree there. That is the truth. You saying they've never experienced a love like yours, that's subjective. If that's how you feel, cool, whatever. But you saying they never will, you're speaking a curse on these people now. At this point, you're speaking a curse upon these people and their lives and their relationships. And that's not cool. You're really backing yourself into a corner, and you better really hope that Eddie is everything that you think he is, and that he never, ever, ever embarrasses you. Because, girl, it's going to be real bad. It's going to be real bad. For you to say that about somebody, that's not cool. Because at the end of the day, as much as you are upset with Giselle, and I'm not going to stop you from being upset with Giselle, but Giselle did not speak a curse on your life. Giselle simply said, look, she's changed. I don't know if it has something to do with these rumors. It was a reach. It was a reach. But it was not vindictive. It wasn't malicious. She didn't speak a curse on your life. You to say that they've never experienced a life like this and they never will, you are not God. That is not cool. That it was not okay with me, Wendy. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. At this point, girl, you're milking this, and you need to chill before you say something that you're going to have to take back, and you're going to look real crazy. So Giselle and Robin are taping their podcast, Reasonably Shady, and this episode is about relationships, cheating, infidelities. So she's saying how she wish somebody would have told her 2 years ago that if men cheat, they're going to cheat again. And Giselle, girl, you are not low. We know what you're trying to do. You're trying to lay the groundwork for the breakup with Jamal. But none of us really believe you were really back with Jamal. Like, we're not buying that. You weren't ever really... Y'all, the reconnection with Jamal, that wasn't real. We don't believe that it was real. I truly think that after the Sherman situation, season 3, Giselle is never bringing another man on this show. Like, she gonna probably do like a Kenya, get married off camera, and then show up and be like, y'all, this is my boo. We're married. I don't think she's bringing another man on this show after what happened to Sherman, and I don't blame her. The Jamal situation is, look, I think Jamal probably loves Giselle more than any woman he's ever met. I do think that. I think he has a problem with being faithful. He has a problem with he has a self-control issue. He knows that marriage is probably not for him at this moment. I think he does love Giselle and he has her back, and anything she asks him for, he will do. But he ain't coming back on this show. Other than that, he'll do for Giselle. And I think they do love each other. I think they are family. I also think 2 years ago when they were supposedly back together, Jamal, a lot of his little sermons and stuff were going viral. He was doing his thing. It was a good look at the moment. After what happened at the reunion and all the stuff that was all over YouTube, it was no longer a good look. So she's trying to, you know, lay the tracks like, yeah, this is why we're not together, so that she's not embarrassed again. And girl, we see it. We see it for what it is. We know y'all wasn't really together though. Now, what I didn't like was her referring to Wendy, even though she didn't use her name, but she referred to the situation between her and Wendy and how Wendy thought she was being shady and blew up at her. I don't like that she put that out there, because if you weren't going to talk about it to Wendy, don't talk about it on your podcast. So Robin, you know, she goes through the roller coaster of what her and Juan's relationship has been. And she says how, you know, we were together, he cheated, we got divorced, we got back together. And, you know, when I was young, I was willing to play the fool and turn a blind eye and act like I didn't know what was going on when he was doing things he shouldn't have been doing. But now, at my big age, I'm not putting up with it. You know, if you do this, you're going to be gone. And that's just going to be that. And kudos to you, Robin, for knowing your worth. A lot of people like to jump on Robin's line and be like, oh my gosh, Juan don't want to be with her. Juan don't like her. Her relationship isn't real. And it's like, I don't believe that, because if Juan didn't want to be there, he wouldn't be there. So I don't really believe that. But at the same time, it's like people's relationships go up and down. Some days you don't like your partner, and some days you love them, and some days, you know, she's comfortable enough to have these weird, awkward moments on television and y'all judge her for them. And she's just showing you guys her life. And it really sounds like a lot of you guys are projecting. I don't know. But if he didn't want to be there, he wouldn't be there. And I'm really tired of people being like, oh my God, he doesn't like Robin. How do you know? Does your man like you? So Candiace is filling Chris in about the trip to Williamsburg, and she's letting him know, you know, I had the girls audition to be in my video, and he was like, oh, that sounds nice. Y'all needed some fun. And she's like, yeah, we needed some fun because, you know, Giselle had to come through with her mess. And she says, you know, pretty much you're riding my coattails. And Chris is like, anyways, you've been there for me. You've supported me through everything. And this is my chance to do the same for you. So I'm not too much concerned about these people. They don't know me. They don't know our life. They don't know our story. So on to the next. Candiace isn't really here for the nonsense. So she lets it be known, you know, like, girl, thanks for the advice, but no thanks. Then she lets him know how Ashley came and disrupted the whole trip with her messy antics. And he was like, well, maybe she was just coming from a good place. You know, she was just trying to help Wendy. We don't know. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Candiace is like, no, ma'am. No, sir. I caught her in the kitchen talking to herself saying, this didn't go the way that I planned. So she already knew it was a setup. And Ashley, I told y'all, Ashley was very pleased to go and deliver that news to Wendy, because she already said it. Y'all be talking about her and her ugly husband too much. So she was more than happy to kind of bring Wendy's big ego down to earth. But you still married to that man. So I don't know why you were so pleased with yourself, because don't nobody believe that Eddie cheated on Wendy. So nice try, but try again. So Ashley and her husband take the new baby to a massage specialist because he's having a little couple of, you know, situations going on. And Schmeagle got on my damn nerves the way he was drilling this lady. You looked her up before you brought your behind up to this establishment. And if you didn't, your wife did. Why are you wasting this woman's time drilling her on camera because you want to appear as if you are a concerned father? Hang it up. You referred to your child, Dean, as that baby. You can never erase that. I really don't understand why Bravo keeps making us sit through these very awkward and uncomfortable scenes with Ashley and that husband talking about their sex life, we do not care. We do not want to see this. I don't know what hold this man has on you people, but we do not want to see it. He picked that woman's body apart and let her know, yeah, girl, you're losing weight, girl. So that's good for me, girl. See, y'all get mad at Candiace when she says any little thing, but this man disrespects the hell out of Ashley and it's never a problem. We don't want to see this. We don't want to see these people. We really don't. Like, we're over it. So Mia and her mom link up for lunch, and she wants to have this conversation with her mom and figure out why exactly there's this disconnect and how can they get past it. And so she speaks a little bit about, you know, you were so much like your father when you were younger that I used to get annoyed with you. And so Mia's like, well, you know, what was up with my dad? Like, what did he do to you? And she's like, I don't want to get into it. And it's really uncomfortable to watch. Mia's mom looks like she's still in a lot of pain. She reveals that he introduced her to drugs, and she even tried to kill herself because of him. And she felt like she broke up with him, but then she realized she couldn't live without him. It's just a lot to unpack there, and I feel so bad. Like, ooh, I feel bad for her mom. Yeah, but with Mia and her mom, I just wish them the best. I wish them healing, and I hope they get past it and that they can have the relationship that they deserve to have with one another. Because, ooh, child, like, that's a lot, you know? That woman is in a lot of pain. Karen invites Mia and Wendy to try on dresses. The dresses are a no. Karen is another one. She constantly is talking about her and Ray's sex life, and we don't want to know nothing about that. We don't want to hear it. We don't want a visual in our heads. Cut it out. Mia lets Karen and Wendy know that you guys weren't invited to Robin's birthday dinner that Giselle is hosting, and Wendy don't too much care. Karen finds a way to flip that whole thing and make it about her and Giselle and the whole wishing death comment that Giselle never really made. And it's just like, come on, Karen, you living up to your name. Because that's not what happened and you know it, and we're kind of over this delusion. We really are. She did not wish death on your husband. She said he will be old and gone and dead before I become ugly. That's what the girl said. Just like you said about yourself, that you will be dead and gone before you allow Giselle to run Potomac. Same freaking thing. If you weren't wishing death on yourself in that first episode, season 1, then neither was Giselle. Cut it out, because we tired of it. But I guess you ain't gonna cut it out no time soon, because she sends Mia on a dummy mission to solicit a apology from Giselle. And honestly, I hope Giselle don't damn apologize. Giselle, do not apologize because you did not wish death on Ray. Do not apologize, Giselle, because this is stupid. This is really stupid. Giselle does a lot of messy, shady things. This was not one of them. Your husband was offensive to her and she gave it right back to him. End of story. So Candiace and Chris are having lunch and he's running her schedule to her. And she ain't too much liking the fact that Chris is not going to be there on some of the days for her video shoot. And I mean, I get why Candiace is upset, but I also get where Chris is coming from. It's like, look, I still have to work. I'm doing this for you for free. I have to also work and bring in my money. I'm tired of getting disrespected by the people that think I ain't got no job. I get where Chris is coming from, you know. I also get where Candiace is coming from because she wants her man there. She wants him there for moral support. She wants him there to make sure to be her voice if some things ain't going right. Totally get it. But see, Candiace, this is why the people was telling you maybe he shouldn't be your manager. But we don't want to see you fussing with cousin Chris, okay? Because he's doing the best he can for you, sweetheart. Like, please. Don't be cursing cousin Chris out, okay? Cut that out, Candiace. If you had another manager, he might not be able to be at all your, events either if he has other clients. So please, Candiace, take it down a notch. Take it down a notch. Don't curse cousin Chris out on camera. We don't want to see that, okay? We love you. I love you dearly, but don't do that. Don't do that no more, okay? It's Robin's B-Day dinner, and Candiace, Ascala, and Mia, they look cute. The other three, not so much. Candiace calls out Giselle for not inviting the other two, and she lets her know, like, girl, I tried to be cool with Wendy, and she's paying me dust, so why would I invite her? And my thing is, I really don't care about that, but Candiace, be careful defending Wendy, because I don't know about Wendy. I don't know about Wendy. It seems like she's distancing herself from Candiace this season, and I don't know. Maybe it's production framing it that way, but don't seem like she's really that here for you, Candiace. So be careful, because you know what happened the last time you was riding and dying for girls. Robin arrives and everybody's like, hey, happy birthday, girl. But Giselle, she makes sure they take it right back to the conversation that they were having, which was why Wendy's not invited. And Robin is like, I'm still not over what she said to me. The apology just seemed fake. It seemed like I was getting, a general, a real commercial apology. It didn't feel real. So I'm not really feeling her. So her presence is not missed. Candiace is still trying to be peacemaker. She's still trying to smooth things over for Wendy. And it's like, be careful, Candiace, be careful. The people were like, Candiace is not really defending Wendy, right? And Wendy went so hard for her last year, and Candiace is not giving the same energy. And she's not giving the same energy, but she's definitely riding for Wendy. She's definitely being supportive with Wendy. The difference is last year, Wendy was like going rah-rah towards Karen on Candiace's behalf. But Candiace's approach is like, look, y'all, let's try to smooth things out. Let me be supportive and try to make sure she's still in good standing with Giselle and Robin and whomever else. It's support. At the end of the day, we all know that Giselle is the face of the show. She's the girl. She's the one with the pull. Wendy really don't need to be in the worst situation with Giselle. It might be good for the fans. The fans might like that, but Candiace knows that Wendy don't need no issues with Giselle, and she's trying to make there be peace. And I don't understand why y'all don't see that she's being supportive. Giselle asks Ashley, like, hey girl, did you add hot sauce when you went over to talk to Wendy one-on-one? Because her reaction is like, what's going on? So Ashley swears to goodness that she was not being shady. She just simply asked Wendy if her and Eddie were spicing things up since the rumors came out. And the fact that Ascala had to explain to you, Ashley, why that was inappropriate and that it was implying that the rumors were true is beyond ridiculous. And that's why I'm glad that Candiace wrapped you up like a sub sandwich, because you deserved it. You're not dumb. You're not stupid. You know what you were doing. You were being messy, and that was very disrespectful for you to approach her like that. No wonder the girl went off. No wonder the girl came out guns a-blazing, ready to serve everyone in the trip. It was wrong. Why would you ask her that? When Giselle asked you about the rumors with your deviant husband, you were mad offended by that. Why would you ask Wendy that and think that you weren't going to get the response that you got? And I wish that she would have really went in on you the way that she went in on Giselle. That is what you deserved. You went to that trip to be messy. Own it. Own that you are messy. And then when Candiace gets you together, you getting all upset and you're like, oh my God, you're body shaming me. You guys were on that trip. And the moment that Wendy told you, look, I got my body done for me. I wasn't feeling like myself when you guys met me. I was 2 months postpartum. Y'all should have dropped the conversation there. They told you what Wendy said, and you walked in to the trip ready to attack Wendy, because that's what you did. That was an attack. You came for Wendy, and you're lucky that she does not want the smoke with the viewers, so she spared you and she came after Giselle. But that was unfair. She should have got you together, because that was not cool. That woman told you how she felt, and y'all kept coming for her. And then you made sure that before you left that trip, you made sure to complete the mission and put it out there that her husband was cheating on her. And now you're acting like you're so upset and you're so offended because Candiace called you wide body. Get over it. Because according to your good friend, the bird lady said that the reason why Wendy and you had an issue last year in Newburgh is because Wendy was jealous of your snapback. Did you forget that? Did you forget that your friend said that? It might not have been on the show, but Bird Lady made sure to put it out there that Wendy was jealous of your snapback. So now that Candiace is calling you wide body, I have no sympathy for you, Ashley. None. You done sat up there and talked about her hair. You done sat up there and called Giselle old and said that her beauty was vanishing. You done sat up there and made fun of Karen. You made fun of everyone. You talked about Katie being mentally unstable when you know that lady was going through a custody battle. You have done so much. Your list of offenses is a mile long. You are not going to get sympathy because Candiace called you wide body and she called your forehead big. No, if you're not upset by what your husband said to you in that car ride, then you don't need to be upset at Candiace. And that's just the end of the story. Like, no one cares. All of this fake outrage that, oh, Candiace shouldn't be mom shaming or body shaming a postpartum mom. Y'all didn't have that same empathy for Wendy last season. All this extraness that everyone is giving to Ashley, y'all didn't give that to Wendy. And when we say the word colorism, it's like, oh my God, it's such an obscene word, but it is what it is. It's happening right before our eyes. Y'all didn't care about the black mother and her black baby. It's unfair. Last year, when Candiace brought those text messages to Ashley, I would like to know how well that would have gone over if Candiace had asked Ashley, girl, are you spicing things up since you've had the baby with you and Michael? Maybe that's contributing to him being in the MGM Grand soliciting women of the night. How would that have gone over? Y'all make every excuse in the book for Ashley. We thought that you guys were terrible with the mental gymnastics last year for the bird lady. But the things that you guys come up with to excuse Ashley and her messiness is beyond me. Wendy has gotten on my nerves this season, but she did not deserve that. For Ashley, of all people, to approach her with this nonsense, it was out of line. It wasn't right. And now I'm understanding why she went off. She had every right to go off, but the only thing I'm mad about, I wish she would have given Ashley the same energy that she gave to Giselle, because Giselle knew how far to take it. Giselle did not deliver that message to her because Giselle knew, like, okay, Wendy is at her wit's end. I'm going to back off. Ashley made sure to complete the mission, and no one has any smoke for Ashley. Why do y'all keep letting her get away with everything? I don't understand. If Ashley does it, it's like, oh my God, she's a new mom. We excuse her. She can do nothing wrong. Candiace can sneeze and it's like off with her head. But when we say colorism, oh my God, why are y'all saying it's colorism? It's not colorism. It's this, it's that. It's not any of those things. She's just likable. It's bull. Y'all treat Ashley as if she's some fragile little angel, and all she does is cause problems for everyone. Ashley has had an issue with everyone on that cast with the exception of Ascala and Mia, and it's still early. Anything can happen. She has come at everyone. That's my sound off for Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 9. Please like, comment, and subscribe.